The scene cleared more than an hour ago, so it's been empty for a little bit, but there's still some debris around that we can see, and still some damage out here where one of the cars hit that guardrail. I have reached out to Spot's family. I spoke to them before this disinterment project began, and they were in Carlisle last week, hoping to bring home his remains. We can see not just smoke, but a column of fire coming from where the Raphoe Township Municipal Building used to stand. We have learned the names of the 3 people killed in last night's shooting, 8-year-old Jesus and 9-year-old Sebastian Perez Salome. The owners tell me the suspects were trying to get inside this car, which at the time was parked inside the building, inside the garage. When they couldn't get inside, they came over here. They stole another customer's car to ram into these 2 garage doors to force their way in.
If believing in the Constitution, upholding the rule of law, upholding freedom is extreme, then so be it. But actually, the Democrat Party has gone so radical. We saw what Tom Wolf did to our state.
Police say they're starting with the basics. If you get pulled over, put your car in park and roll down your window. It smells great, it sounds great, people are having tons of fun, and behind me here are some of our traditional Greek dancers. We have some breaking news this hour. A federal jury in Pittsburgh has convicted the gunman in the 2018 shooting massacre at the Tree of Life Synagogue. Former President Donald Trump spent last night at Mar-a-Lago after finding out about the indictment. That's where Jeff Patterson from our sister station in Tampa, Florida, joins us live. Jeff, what's the reaction been like down there? Jeff, given that small number, are there any police presence or any barriers set up in the area?
We're learning more today about a propane-related explosion that destroyed one building, damaged another, and forced several people out of their homes in Lancaster County.
Today, I spoke with officials about the cleanup efforts and what happens next for Raphoe Township. So they're not like you, Sarah. I know you don't love the warmer weather, but I personally am hanging on as long as I can.
So what you're saying is you're a bat.
You know what? That's a compliment. I love bats.
She is quite the sport to give that a
I'm
try.
I'm impressed. I would not have tried the spicy wing.
I'm not shocked that it was down there. I'm just shocked of what it turned out to be.
John Dolabom has lived in his Lebanon neighborhood for over 40 years.
This neighborhood used to be really calm, doors open all the time. Everybody knew everybody.
But in recent years,
We've had some murders in this area, shootouts.
including a shooting Tuesday night. 4 people hit, 3 of them killed, and neighbors quite shaken.
But that's why I said I looked the way I do, because I didn't sleep last night.
Lebanon police say the call came in just after 10 Tuesday night on North 5th Street. One of the victims was dead at the scene. The others died after being taken to area hospitals.
These shootings are unacceptable. As a mom, I cannot overstate how heartbroken I am for the families.
Families mourning 2 young children, boys ages 8 and 9. The other slain victim was a young man, just 19. The 4th victim, a 33-year-old man, survived and is in the hospital after surgery. Dolabom heard the shots.
By the time I even got up to go into the kitchen to look out the back door, it just took off like crazy, and it wasn't like an automatic.
He says officers were out there all night long, and police say they're still following up on leads.
We have dedicated law enforcement personnel who take these incidents personally.
Dolabom says he's glad to hear that, and while he's not scared, he's definitely going to be more careful.
I'm going to be locking my door now at night all the time.
This is honestly a victory.
After more than a century,
This particularly was like a huge shock and surprise to our family because
Tiana Bill and Amber Taylor will get to bring a family member home.
But yeah, it's just a really bittersweet feeling to know that we get to bring him home, bury him next to our family.
Edward Spot,
Yeah, we do call him Eddie.
a distant relative and fellow member of the Puyallup tribe who was sent to the Carlisle Indian Industrial School and died there in 1896.
And it just, makes you sad that he's been there all this time and none of us were aware of it until now.
It was Bill who found Spot while doing research on her ancestors, and she and her aunt worked to bring him back.
And a lot of people don't get to bring their ancestors home or their relatives home.
Spot is one of 5 Indigenous children who will be disinterred this month at the Carlisle Barracks.
To support the families and tribes with return of their children.
The others are Bo Neal from the Northern Arapaho tribe, Lonnie Shorty from the Blackfeet tribe, Amos LaFramboise from the Sisseton Wahpeton Oyate tribe, and Edward Upright from the Spirit Lake tribe.
Our disinterment project is designed to return children who never got the opportunity to go home.
No, I think it's more of an atonement from the government.
John Murray is the Blackfeet Tribal Historic Preservation Officer. His great uncle went to a similar Indian school.
Send them to schools in which to further erase the language from them.
And witnessed the abuse.
And the priest had a hose with a chain in it and knocked that little boy's teeth out for speaking the language.
Reconnecting with their ancestors is an emotional moment for families.
We're still grieving for our relatives that have passed on and our ancestors and what they went through and what they endured.
But it's one Bill and Taylor say they're grateful for.
This is like a once in a lifetime opportunity. And if we didn't find him in this lifetime, then he would have been, he could have been very easily forgotten about.
'Tis the season for trees and lights and the magic of Christmas. And what would Christmas be without Santa and his famous reindeer?
They're miracle animals, they really are.
Every December, these 9 reindeer visit Hershey Park.
They come here to vacation.
You know Dasher and Dancer.
Dasher's a little sweetheart.
But who you might not know.
Hi, how are you?
Is the woman who brings these magical animals
Now, if you were a reindeer
to life.
and you wanted to fight with somebody, they might not want to fight back because what would happen with this point?
For 25 years, Denise Snyder has been a fixture at Santa's stables.
You can feel the antler if you want to.
Taking care of the big man's reindeer.
My favorite part is the day they get here. The excitement. Oh, it's so cool. And seeing them come off the truck.
To her, it's a stroke of luck.
Well, when I was little, I was always drawing pictures of reindeer, but never in my life did I think that someday I'd even be next to one.
But take a closer look.
That's right.
And you'll see she lives and breeds these animals.
Reindeer socks, reindeer slippers, reindeer pajamas, reindeer underwear, reindeer everything. I have at least 60 pairs of earrings.
She knows and loves them all.
So they're all different. They all have different personalities, and it's just so much fun getting to know them. That's Comet. She's short and squat and wide. She's a troublemaker.
Anything you want to know about reindeer.
If you have any questions, just holler them out to me. Don't be shy. Do you want to feel them?
From the educational.
And boys and girls get antlers in reindeer. Did you know that?
To the magical.
Which one's Rudolph? That's the main question we get.
She'll have an answer.
So that's Rudolph you're taking a picture of right now.
Where's his red nose?
Well, he'll turn it on when Santa wants him to.
And she loves her job.
I love it. I love what I do. It's so much fun.
Bringing the joy of the holidays to kids from 1.
When you get to talk to little children this time of the year and the questions you get, there's nothing like it. Do you have a favorite reindeer?
Yeah.
And who would that be?
Rudolph.
No kidding.
To 92.
This one right here is Dancer.
Oh, that's
Look, can you see Dancer's eyes? Dancer has like white eyebrows. I had a lady that had a chaperone because she couldn't get around herself, and to see the joy in her eyes got to me.
She can't share every secret. She doesn't even know them all.
They fly because of what Santa feeds them. We're not allowed to feed them that. We don't even have the recipe. We sign a contract when we take the job to not do that.
But Snyder's determined to make sure what you see.
Rudolph is usually up front because Rudolph really enjoys the crowd.
And even what you don't see.
But I know that the reindeer come and they stand where their name is, and then Santa comes in, gives them a little bit of magic dust.
Is truly magical.
I hope they take away the wonder of the animal world and the miracles of creation.
With photojournalist Anthony Durso.
Well, you know the magic of Christmas.
I'm Sanika Bhargaw.
Anything can happen.
Wings with a microphone on his forearm.
For 13 years, Christian Anavitate has been putting ink to skin.
Yeah, we're sleeving him out for sure, yeah.
But he started with ink to paper when his family moved from Puerto Rico to Lancaster.
I didn't understand too much English because I was just freshly here, so because of the language barrier, I used to just draw a lot in classes.
He later started selling his artwork.
Seeing people buying my artwork to get it tattooed.
Sparking his career as a tattoo artist.
I bought my first tattoo machine after I was 18 years old, and basically started from there.
Now, Anavitate owns his own shop in Lancaster.
We're basically doing a music sleeve on him.
With regular customers, including Jesse Miller, who first walked through the door in September.
Something just told me, hey, you got to take care of this man.
Miller is no stranger to ink.
I think I got that one about over 15 years ago.
But this would be his first tattoo since his life changed in 2018.
I actually had a stroke in my retina,
leaving him completely blind.
I got lost just getting the mail, and it was the winter, and I ended up in my neighbor's actual driveway.
After months of depression, Miller found Vision Corp, a nonprofit which provides free services to people like him.
I actually became employed with Vision Corp.
And then iDrop, a fundraising event where people rappel down Lancaster's Holiday Inn.
This will be my fourth repetitive year.
And as his ink spread across Miller's skin, Anavitate heard that story and wanted to do more.
I feel that God don't put people in your life for no reason, you know?
On June 9th, the day of iDrop, Anavitate is donating all his proceeds to Miller and Vision Corp.
I'm a person that I like to give back, you know, because without Jesse, without my customers, without the people, I wouldn't be here today.
Leaving these two men bonded both by ink.
It really makes me feel good, you know, because it actually shows Christian's artwork.
And so much more.
Inspirational and motivational to me, you know, that I actually touched someone to help out other people like myself.
Even though he went through what he went through, he's still out here working, pushing, you know, living his life like it never happened, you know, and that's beautiful.
In Lancaster, Sanika Bhargaw, ABC 27 News.